Hi there, this is Carrie from Stamp with CT. Happy Wednesday. Gosh, what is it? The 29th of May. Ooh, May is almost gone, you guys. Happy Facebook Live Day. We're going to create a really fun project today. So if you are watching the replay, just want to say thank you for being here. So happy to have you with us. And I hope that some will be able to catch this video live and let me know how you're doing, what you have been up to in your craft space. I've got Oliver with me in the craft room this morning. We have a busy day today, and we were a little bit lazy and we slept in a little bit, but that's okay. Now we're up and going, and we want to spend a little bit of time with you, crafting and connecting. See, we've got a friend hopping on. I hope you'll say hello. Y'all, we have had some of the craziest weather over the past couple of weeks. And yesterday was just bonkers. Dale and I both had to run just a tiny bit late for work because it just wasn't safe to be traveling during a storm yesterday morning. So just hope everyone is safe out there. And I know sometimes we lose shingles, and have a friend, Cassandra, her mailbox is really messed up. Bless her heart, her roof is messed up. Her fence is messed up. But the most important thing is that we're okay. We can rebuild all of those types of things, right? We just want everybody to stay safe. But man, we've had some crazy weather. So let me know how the weather is where you are. Let me know where you're watching from. We have had some friends from different states and even from overseas visit our channel in the last couple of weeks. And so that's always really exciting to have new friends join us. So new friends, friends we've had for a long time. So glad you're here. Okay, let's hop into our crafting today. Y'all know that I'm absolutely in love with this new annual catalog. It is just filled with all kinds of beautiful papers. And as I've gotten paper ready for the paper share and ribbon ready for the ribbon share that we offer with each new catalog, I'm really getting to see and feel these beautiful papers, beautiful products. I'm getting a few more orders in. I like to just kind of gradually order and get some new products in that we can use in classes and events. But there's always a set or two that I just have to have for myself. And the one that we're using today, let me find it here, because there is a page, and I know I've shown you this on Facebook Live in our catalog stroll, but on page 16 and 17, Stampin' Up! Has some essentials that you need as a crafter, which I completely agree with. One of them is a stamp set. Now, you don't have to have this particular stamp set, but you do need a good stamp set that has uses for several different occasions, something that you're going to get a lot of mileage out of. And so that is what, oh, I thought it showed it. Maybe not. I thought it did. But I love this stamp set that we're using today, and that's where you can find it with those essentials. And you've seen me use this before, and you're going to see me use it several times because the I miss your face sentiment is what really drew me to this set. I love the hay as well. So lots of little sub sentiments to go along with the hay that you can build your sentiments with, and that's what we're using today as our stamp set. And then I'm pulling in a couple of different dies. We have the Stylish Shapes dies, so you get circles, squares, and banners. These have been around for a couple of years. If you know me, if you've watched any of my videos, if you've taken any of my classes, you know that we use these all the time, to the point that we went ahead and bought an extra set so that when we're prepping for classes, it makes it easier to run a couple at a time. Love this set. If you do not own it, highly recommend it. If you're looking for dies that are versatile, that you'll use a lot, get a lot of mileage from. And then another awesome set that carried over from the mini catalog in the spring is called Perennial Postage. So the actual stamp set that went with this retired, but the dies carried on. And I have to say, out of this set, and I've used all of these dies for different things, this one is cool because it covers your full card front pretty much. Let me just show you on the back here. Oops. Don't want to lose that guy. So you can see this one pretty much covers the card front. So that's awesome to be able to die cut out and have that beautiful edge on your layer. But this little die, it's a little bit different because it has straight sides and then almost looks like a ticket. And that's the one that we chose to use today. Now I say we because I needed to create some swaps, card swaps. I'm part of a group of demonstrators that have earned the incentive trip in the past. Now, it's been a little while since I have, but I'm still part of this group, and I'm still working on earning the Disney trip. That's the one we're working towards this year. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but I've learned to never give up, and so I'm going to keep pushing until September 30th and just see where I end up. But I would absolutely love to earn that trip and be able to take Dale to Disney. We've never been. I haven't. He's been as a child, but we've never been there together. So I think that would be so much fun. So anyway, in this group, there's a sweet friend of ours named Sharon McNeely, and we've been able to meet up with her a couple different times at Stampin' Up events. She's the coordinator of this swap group, and she does such an amazing job. She has really high standards for this group, and that's part of the reason I love being part of it, because she wants us to do really good work so that we can share these projects with our customers and with our team. So I always participate in the swap when a new catalog comes out, and that is where I get a lot of the ideas, a lot of the samples for the catalog stroll, launch party, that type thing. I just love that I get ideas from other demonstrators, and it gives a bigger variety of projects for you to see. And so she also offered a swap, which we participated in the one, and we used a lot of the cards for the launch party. But then she also is hosting one just as the annual catalog released, and it needed to be products that we couldn't pre-order as demonstrators. So of course, one of my favorites is this amazing stamp set saying, hey. So this is a little card we came up with. Now, Cheryl was here last Wednesday. She knew I needed to work on these swaps. I need to make 15 for the swap and then one for my friend Sharon. And then I usually make one for myself as well. So we're making 17 of the same design. We knew that we wanted to use the swirly embossing folder, and I'm hoping that that shows up. Maybe it will. Let me show you what it looks like. Stampin' Up has come out with these oversized embossing folders in this catalog, which are really cool. Haven't exactly figured out why. I probably need to ask. Anyway, they're really cool. This is the So Swirly, and this is the one we used on this project. And then there's also one called, and I have to look still, Dotted Circles. And again, really cool effect. So what I like is you can kind of move your paper around on the embossing folder and get a different look depending on where you place it inside there. Probably would be good for scrapbooking as well, because you could emboss a full piece that fits in the embossing folder, and then you could map pictures on it if you wanted to, or do like a focal image in the corner. Lots of ideas with that. But we put the So Swirly embossing folder on Shy Shamrock cardstock. And then we just stamped the greetings. Hey, I miss your face. Love it. Add a little bow and some gems, which that's one of the requirements. It has to have at least one layer, and it also has to have an embellishment. So this is what we came up with. We are using the vanilla and black gingham ribbon. I've already tied a little bow to use today. I don't think I got a snips out though. Oh, watch, I won't be able to find a snips. There's one. So let me move this out of the way, and I'll show you in just a second the little gem that we're using. So we're gonna go ahead and start. Got all of our supplies prepped and ready. Y'all know how I roll. And we're going to start with a thick basic white card base. And I like to use the thick basic white when I'm creating a card on a white card base, because you'll see we've got a couple layers of cardstock on here, and that really makes, you know, it adds some bulk and some heaviness to the top of the card. So I want the bottom of the card to be nice and strong and sturdy too, so that it feels good in your hand when you receive it. And then we've got a layer of basic black cardstock. And I'm wanting to say, yes, it is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And then this is 5 1/4 by 4. Now I want to look at this a little bit closer to make sure I do get the embossed side. And then the center of the swirl is here. And I think I want it, like how I'm flipping that back and forth. I think I want it right about there. So let's go ahead and add this piece to our black cardstock layer. Now you're going to see that because it's embossed, we're using a lot more liquid glue than I normally recommend. But we need to be able to make sure that all those fibers stick together. Because how embarrassing if your card comes apart when your person gets it. Not good. We are not going to let that happen. So let me just kind of wiggle this into place. Y'all know I love using the liquid glue because it does give me a little bit of time to get things where I want it. So we should have a border all the way around. And again, I found that that's where that kind of center of the swirl that doesn't have any embossing is. That's where I want it. And then we can add this layer to our card front. Here we'll do our dot, dot, not a lot. So, you know, my friend Mary kind of helped coin that phrase. We were at a class, LaDonna and I went to a class at her church, Mary's church, Mary and Jan, which was really fun. But she was telling the ladies, you don't need much of that liquid glue. Use the dot, dot, not a lot, which just kind of stuck. And apparently that's something that teachers say, so. But it sure does help so that you don't end up with glue all over yourself and all over your project. We were talking at stamp class last time, what, a week or so ago, how fun it would be to have a t-shirt that said dot, dot, not a lot. So we're working on that, y'all. So that's where my circle's gonna go. So I've got my stamps mounted on D blocks, and we'll go ahead and do the stamping. Now for the swap, because we were making so many, Cheryl cut out the blank. So she cut 17 or so of these white circles, and then where they were cut out from the paper, one of them was cut out. We used that as a template, and I just kept adding the blanks in my Stamparatus stamp positioning tool, and I just stamped those hays because I was doing so many. But because we're just doing one today, I'll do it this way. Now, we don't sell the Stamparatus anymore, but there are other stamp positioning tools on the market. If you don't own one, they're great when you're doing multiples. They're great for a stamp like this that you want to make sure is nice and dark, you know, nice, really jet black color on your words. This is pretty tight in this circle. And I want to make sure I give some pressure for several seconds so that that ink can transfer. Looks okay. I got over just a little bit, but we're gonna go with it. It's okay. I forgot to get my chamois wet. So my poor little chamois is all curled up in here. That's okay. I can clean those stamps here in just a minute. Oh, I need that. So that's our hay. And then we've got I Miss Your Face. There's also a cute sentiment that says, I'm glad you exist. I think that one's really cute too. Let me make sure that's inked up good. You'll notice I'm moving around the ink pad to make sure I get good coverage on my stamp. Let's see how I do. I'm trying not to get my head in the camera. Kind of crookedy. So I do have one that I stamped earlier. We'll trade it out by the magic of television. And I'm going to take a look at my circle that I stamped earlier too. They're about the same. So we're going to go with the one we just did. That other guy, we're going to toss him. Okay, and you'll notice because I was using a photopolymer stamp, which is that clear stamp that you can see through, I'm using my piercing mat to give it a little bit of cushion. And that just helps you get a better image. And if you've never done that before, ink up your photopolymer stamp and just stamp it on your cardstock on your work surface. Then use one of the piercing mats or grab an old magazine, your Stampin' Up! Catalog, a mouse pad, and try it again. And you will see a difference in the image that you get. So having that piercing mat can make such a difference in your success rate of your stamping. All right, so just a little bit of liquid glue. And on this hay, I offset it. Now, I know that that would make my daughter Tara, it would make her eye twitch, y'all. She doesn't like stuff like that. And I have other friends that don't like that either. If you don't, center it up. I thought it was kind of cute, so that's what I do. That's how I roll. So let me look. Let me just remind myself. I glued that down. Can't always remember because I'm a big fan of popping stuff up. But we'll put some liquid glue, and again, using a little bit more than I normally would because we've got the embossed layer here. And where that spot is that's not embossed is kind of where I'm putting this, and I'm putting it askew just a tiny bit. Now, when we make those swaps, we try to make them as alike as possible, but each card is a work of art in itself. So, you know, there's a little bit of a difference in them. Oops. How about I miss your face right side up? Now, I'm only going to put a dimensional on this side of the sentiment. And the reason being, I've already got a couple layers here, and I just found that was too much, and it was kind of tilted if I did it the other way. So what I did was just add a tiny little drop of glue. Come on. There we go. And then that way, that attaches here by the hay. And then the dimensional attaches to that embossed layer. So I know that that's attached really well. We'll give that a second to dry. And now all we need to do is embellish, which is the fun part, right? And like I said, I've got that bow already tied, if I can find it. And it may be a skosh too big, so. This is that vanilla and black gingham ribbon that carried over. We had a white and black for a couple of years, and they retired it, which I'm very sad. I love that ribbon. But this is like my second choice. And I love it too. Just zhuzhing this just a tiny bit. Cheryl tied all my bows for me for my swaps. If you don't know, Cheryl is a friend of mine and on our team, and she is my helper that helps me get things ready for classes and events. And we usually meet once a week on Fridays, but y'all, she had her grandkids. She's taking a vacation. She needed some time off, so we're kind of mixing it up. She'll be here this afternoon for a little while, and we'll be working on prepping for team meeting. And we've already got the class and Finally Friday design for this month, and I still need to design the bingo projects for our Attention Shoppers Bingo the last Saturday in June. If you're not on my newsletter, let me know so I can add you. Just send me your email address and I will add you to the newsletter, because that's really one of the best places to get all the information. I try not to bombard you with emails, but I send one the first part of every month with everything that's going on that month, so you can be in the loop. And then of course also If you go over to Stamp with CT right here on this business page, you can find out what's going on if you go to the events tab. So really, whichever way you prefer to find out the information, but when you are on the email list, it comes directly to your inbox. So that, oops, I don't know where he went. Dropped one of those guys. That makes it easier, I think, for you. But whatever works for you, we just want to include you if you want to be there with us. We have a lot of fun. Okay, hop down, all. There's our project, you guys. There it is. I'm going to have a decorated desk. That would not be the first time. So there's our little project. Here is my original version. So you can see placement's a tiny bit different, but for the most part, pretty much the same card. Let me know what you think. We really debated about which one of the in colors we wanted to use to create this project. I think any of them would work, but Cheryl chose Shy Shamrock, and I think we went in a good direction. Thought it turned out super cute. Y'all tell me what you think. Let's talk a little bit about the giveaway today. So, you know that if you react, if you send up the thumbs up, the hearts, I even told someone, I guess I said it on Facebook Live, even the angry face that Facebook has, if you put that up, it still gets me engagement kind of points with Facebook. And somebody did that a couple weeks ago. That cracked me up. So anyway, any kind of engagement like that, sharing the video, leaving a comment, it lets those social media platforms know that other people need to see what we're doing here at Stamp with CT, need to see a cute I miss your face card. So be sure to do that. It also enters you for a chance to win the giveaway each week. Oliver's right up here close and personal. So this is the in color. These are the shiny ones. There's two different embellishments in the catalog with in colors, and this is the shiny one. Our winner from last week by random drawing is Cassandra Rivas. So congratulations, friend. With everything that's happened in the last couple days, I imagine this will give you a little smile to your face. Now, be sure when you are the winner of our random drawing of our giveaway that you reach out to me and you tell me I would like to claim my prize. That's the way you get your prize. If you don't claim it, then I put it back in the prize bin and use it for another giveaway. So be sure to let me know, Cassandra, that you want to claim your prize. That's something new we started this year. And then I had, believe it or not, I had 3 bolts of this vanilla and black gingham ribbon. That's how much I love it. So I thought that would make a great giveaway since we used it on our project today. So that will be our giveaway for next week. Make sure you leave a comment. I really like the hearts. Send up a heart, please. Be sure to react. Share the video if you want to do that with friends or family. And I think that's it. I think we will see you next week. It will be June. And I will tell you that our joining special will be over then. So you have until midnight Mountain Time on Friday, the 31st of May, to take advantage of this awesome special. You can hop over to stampwithct.stampinup.net. You want to hit the Join tab, and it's going to cue you to put in $125 worth of product that you'll pay $99 for plus tax. You don't have to pay for the shipping. Stampin' Up! Will add, it's a little over $80. I think it's $82 in color products for free to your starter kit. So you will get the ink pads, the Stampin' Right markers, the package of designer series paper. It's a 6x6, the new in color designer series paper, and a package of the assortment of in color cardstock. I don't really think you can beat that offer. Pretty cool offer. But you have to join by Mountain Time, midnight Mountain Time on the 31st. So if you're Central Time like I am, that's what, 1 o'clock in the morning. Don't wait till the very last second. Go ahead and do it today. It's an awesome deal. We would love to have you as part of our Super Inspired Stampers team. There's lots of perks to being a demonstrator and being on our team. and it's just a lot of fun. So take advantage of that. You don't have to do any classes, events. You don't have to sell. If you want to, I can help you with that. But if you don't want to do any of that, you don't have to. You can just enjoy the discount, enjoy making projects, and enjoy being part of a really awesome demonstrator community. Okay, y'all, you know it's time for Oliver's treat. So we will see you next week. Bye.